إلا ما علمتنا ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. Alhamdulillah, we continue with our practice on the understanding the Quranic text with the Surah Yaasin from the ayat 17, from verse 17. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim wa ma 'alaina illa al-balaghul mubin. You can see here wow is istifna wow and beginning of a sentence, beginning of a story, okay, or a jumlah. Wa means and. Ma here is a negative particle. Ma means not. Alaina, alai, upon or on. Na pronoun, na us. So and not upon us, and not on us. Illa, except, okay, illa except. Al-balagh is an isim. Al-balagh baligha is reaching. Al-balagh is something that you convey. Okay, so it's a noun. It's not a doer. It's not a conveyor, but a conveyance. In that sense, a conveyance. A conveyance or message or notification. Okay, notification. Al-mubin comes from the word bayina, bayanun. Mubin is an active isim. Mubin means manifest, clear. So it's in the form of adjective mawsuf sifa. Al-balagul al-mubinu. Al-balagu al-mubinu meaning a clear message or a clear notification, clear conveyance. Okay, so and
balag al-balag, what's the root word, Ustaz?
Balagha.
Balagha.
It also means extensive. If you talk about qaulul baligha, far-reaching words.
Is that any connection with what we understand as ballet? To ballet?
Ballet is the same word, meaning that ballet means you have reached a certain age. That's ballet. So balah means reaching, or how do I translate it? Okay, when you talk about the word the kalimatul baligh or al-qawlu baligh, there's a phrase in the Quran. Then when you actually are talking or discussing with the non-believers, in the point that when once they actually they are just to the point of they are just arguing for the sake of arguing, because they would not want to won't accept the truth, then you just send some far-reaching words that's called kalimatul baligha. Baligha means the translation was far-reaching word. So it's something that you reach a certain point. Okay,
you're reaching certain point.
So al-balagh will be in the noun form. In the noun form, al-balagh will means al-balagh conveyance, a notification, something that you give someone, you in terms of words, okay, in terms of words, in terms of messages, in terms of concepts, okay. So balagul mubin will be a clear conveyance or a clear message or clear notification, okay, and not upon us except to give a clear notification, okay, to clear message. So that's for the prophet, okay, because the ayat before that, the previous ayat, they said, my Lord, Rabbana ya'lamu, he knows, inna, very that we and us, or we, ilaikum, to you, okay, are indeed messengers, mursalun. was being said, right? It was being said, okay, and not upon us except clear conveyance, okay, that's it. So that is when you talk about the literal translation, then of course you need to, when they actually comment on that, then it will be a tafsir, will be just an extensive explanation, right? Okay, now the next sentence, you have to try, doctor. Qalu inna tatayarna bikum. They said, okay, tatayarna will be an evil omen. Okay, qalu inna tatayarna bikum. Qalu, they said, these are the disbelievers. The disbelievers said, inna, verily we.
So qalu tu how do we know is they?
Is a wow there.
Oh.
It's a fi'l madi, is a wow, meaning is a third person. Qala, qalu. Third person.
Qul is amar. Yeah.
No. Qul is fi'l
Qul.
amar. Qalu is fi'l madi.
Okay.
Qalu
So if it's qalu, so they say, okay.
They
Inna.
say, yeah.
Verily, is it? Inna.
Inna. Verily we. There are two words there, inna and na. So inna nahnu. So inna, verily we.
Oh. The we comes from the na?
Yes or na? Nun alif. Na.
Nun alif. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's double nun there.
Double nun, yeah. From the shadda. Then you have
Tatayarna. Tatayarna.
What is that? Tatayarna. Is it a noun or a verb?
A verb.
Yeah, it's a verb.
A verb?
Yes, with a ta. Tatayarna is an imperfect verb. So na will be the object in this case. Okay. Tatayarna bikum. Tatayarna bikum, that toyar comes the word bird. Okay, it comes the bird. It's the tradition of the Arab before the pagan Arabs. The pagan Arabs, before the Prophet, when they actually wanted to go on a journey when they exit, they get up from their house, they will look at the bird. Then if the bird, I don't know, I'm not so sure whether the bird pass to the right or pass to the left or whatever, okay, they will take it as a bad or good omen. Okay, so tatayarna here, it is a bad omen. You are the bad omen to us. Yeah, I mean, you are giving an evil omen to us. Tatayarna. If you look at the translation, we see an evil omen. Okay, tatayarna.
Tatayarna. Is it a direct or what is the direct translation for that?
We see an evil omen.
Oh.
We
And it's a verb.
It's a verb. It's a verb.
The verb comes from the ta, the tai.
Yes, tatayarna. Let me double check.
فعل ماضي.
It's a fi'l madi.
فعل ماضي؟
Not
فعل مضارع.
Fi'l madi. Tatayarna. So the fi'l madi will be yatayarna. That's what I thought initially. Okay, it's a fi'l madi with the like tanzilun. Okay. So like taqabbala. Taqabbala is a fi'l madi. Tataqabbala will be the fi'l mudari. Yeah, tatayarna. So now means tatayarna, our bad omen. Our bad omen Okay, tatayarna. We see an obed omen become with you. So this is a wazan, it's a pattern of whereby ta is added to make it a fi'l. So tatayarna, so it's a fi'l madi. Tatayarna, na will be the doer, the fa'il, subject. So we see a bad omen become with you. So the disbeliever said that the prophets bring them bad omen. Okay. So that's why Qalu, they said, verily we see a bad omen with you. This is toyara comes to do with bird. Okay, so tatayarna, so the translation is a bad omen. We see a bad omen.
Ustaz, the bikum, you there refer to who?
The prophets.
The prophets.
Yeah.
Many prophets, mursalun.
Yeah, the mursalin.
Yeah.
Yeah, many prophets.
So not referring to Prophet Muhammad, but referring to the mursalun. Yeah.
The mursalun, because this is the story of whereby Allah says, give an example, make an example for them, that for a town whereby they sent two prophets, and they were actually denied, and so they sent the third one to strengthen them. Okay, the same group of prophets. Okay.
Ustaz, sorry if I may ask this, because I always wonder, and this could be tafsir rather than the Arabic language. The prophets here refer to who, Ustaz?
All the prophets. It's not mentioned because the story starts from the beginning of the page. وَاضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلًا أَصْحَابَ الْقَرْيَةِ إِذْ جَاءَهَا الْمُرْسَلُونَ. Yeah, they said, and make for them an example. Make for them an example of the companions of a town. Okay, the people of a town, people of a city, when the prophets al-Mursalun came to them, came to it. Okay. Okay, so it's no mention of which prophet here. I will look at the Tasim, perhaps they would, but this is just what lahum.
Because
make an example.
I think there was because there's the story about the Rijal later on, right? There's the Rijal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't know yet. It's quite general. Is it that was sent to two prophets and then strengthened by a third one? But we don't know who in specific who are the prophets, is that?
Unless you read the tafsir in greater detail. But as far as I know, these prophets are just an example. I mean, there's no indication of who they really are. What are their names? Okay.
Okay.
So that's what they said, lah. Okay. So the disbeliever said that our verily we see an evil omen with you. Okay. So la illam tantahu la narjumannakum. Okay. La in means if, verily if, or la in if lam did not tantahu come from the word tahan. Nantahu means you do not stop. If you do not stop, okay. If
is that fi'al madi as well?
No, this is fi'al mudhari. Tantahu no. Tantahu is a fi'al mudhari. Fi'al mudhari in the form of jazam. Lam is harf jazam. The fi'l mudhari is tantahuna. So the lam nun is replaced by alif here. Okay, so tantahu is a fi'l mudhari in jazam.
In third person.
No. This is a second person. Ta second person. So the disbelievers said to the prophets, if you do not stop, you do not
Oh. So they're saying this to the Prophet.
Yes. Disease.
Tantahu.
You do not disease. If you did not disease, okay. La narjumannakum. La means la is very. Narjumanna. Narjumanna. You have na here as a subject. Means we. The root word is rojamim. Rojam means they will actually stone you. Throwing stones at them. Verily we will stone you. Okay, we will stone you. Throwing stones at them. Okay. So this is what this will say to the Prophet. Verily, if you did not cease or did not stop saying, continue the da'wah on them, okay, verily they would stone them. Wala masannakum, and verily yamasannakum, okay, again, yamasannakum, la yamasannakum, this will be, yasamanna is a fi'l madi, la yamasannakum, okay, sorry, it's a fi'l mudhari with a jazam because of tawkid, la yasamanna, okay, la yasamanna, meaning is a stress point there with a nun shaddah here. Okay, the verb is yatamasannu, but with the la here it becomes yatamasanna nun sakila, meaning is a real tawkid, means real emphasis. Very will definitely touch you. Kum. Minna azabun alim, from us. Painful torment, azabun alimun, very painful torment, right? So masa means touch, but yatamasanna we will touch you, mean they will actually inflict. We will inflict you from us a very painful torment, or very azabun alim. Okay, very common. So that's how the sentence goes. Any question? They look at the translation will be, okay, the English, they said, indeed, we consider you a bad omen. If you do not cease, we will surely stone you, and then there will surely touch you from us a painful punishment. Okay, a painful punishment.
Ustaz, could you repeat the explanation for wala yamassannakum tu?
This because of la. Okay, the verb is fi'l mudhari, yatamassannu, yamassan. Okay, let me see the word yamassan. Is yamassan. Is masa. Is min sin. Sorry, min sin. The double sin because shaddah. Masasa. Noun is addition to give it a stress point. Because the word, the tawkid la will make this okay, a stress point la, meaning then you have you add a nun, double nun there. So yamasanna, meaning verily we will touch you. Okay, we will touch you from us. Okay, a very painful torment. Okay, right.
So who is
always when you have a nun sakila, nun shaddah, the verb is in tawkid. I mean, is in a very emphasis. Normally, either you have a la or not la. When then you have to actually translate it to verily we will definitely touch you, kum. Okay, that's right. Okay, so they will surely do the verb. They will surely do the touching, or actually inflicting. Okay, so masa actually touch, but when you look at the context, they can show the translation will be inflicting. Okay.
What about minna?
Minna from us.
Oh. So we will inflict Upon you, yeah.
Will flick upon. So if you look at translation, we will touch you from us. Meaning, how do you pronounce? How to translate? Verily, we will touch you from us. Mean from the believers themselves lah. From the disbelievers themselves, they will actually touch the prophets with this azabun adim. Okay, a very painful torment, painful.
So we usually say azabun adim is like from Allah in the hereafter.
Yes, yes.
But this is not the case. And this is the disbelievers saying to the Prophet, if you do not stop, then we will inflict upon you a big punishment or torment. Yeah,
a painful punishment. Azabun. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can you continue? Qalu ta'arikum.
Soal isi.
Soal, you want to? Soala.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh. How are you, brother?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine, sir. How are you too, sir?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah.
Dr. Sadia and others, how are you all?
Okay. Alhamdulillah. I'm okay. I just moved to a new place. So
yes, I am sorry nowadays. I've not been attending classes. I'm sorry, Ustaz, forgive me. Nowadays,
okay,
my network has been very bad nowadays. Sometimes pardon me, Ustaz.
Okay, could you try pada soalan qalu ta'irukum ma'akum?
نعم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون. قالوا means they said نعم طائركم the kum is I mean a pronoun of like a third person pronoun, right?
Kum is the second person. Ta'iru will be this is a mudaf ilayh. Ta'iru. Okay. So your bad omen.
No.
Okay. Ta'irukum, as I said before you came in.
No, Musa, but what's the meaning of ta'irukum? Ta'irukum, what's the meaning, please?
It comes from the word bird, the same word as bird, because traditionally the pagan Arabs, before they go for a journey or whatsoever, when they come up from their house, they look at the bird. If the bird flies south, flies to the left or to the right, then they give some sort of indication whether it's going to be a bad thing going to happen or not. So they look at the bird as something with a bad omen. Okay?
No.
A bad omen. So it's
a bird is that?
Pardon?
Any bird. A bird, yeah.
I think they look at the crow, I think the black bird.
A crow, okay.
I think the ta'ir is the same name they gave it to a plane, because a plane is ta'ira. Ta'ira in Arabic, a plane is the ta'ira.
Correct.
Plane?
The one that flies.
Aeroplane.
Oh, the one.
Ta'ira.
Oh.
No.
So, but this case is bad omen. Okay. So they said your bad omen. Okay.
Your bad omen.
The ma'akum means among you.
With you.
Ayin dhikirtum. If I remind you, or if we remind you of it.
No. Dhukirtum. Okay. Ayin dhukirtum. Dhukirtum bisa fil madi majhul. If you were reminded. If you were reminded.
Okay. If you were reminded, okay. Now, bal antum qawmun musrifun. Indeed, you are a group which are transgressors or astray.
Okay. Bal antum kamun from bal ne or bal means what in English? Bal. Like
except
bal ne. Bal okay, the time as ne. Where is it? Okay. Bal antum kaumun musrifun. Kaumun musrifun is the form of Masuk Sifa, kaumun musrifun. You are transgressing people, right?
Okay. No.
So these are actually a question. Is it means hamzah istifham? Is it not, or is it is it that if you were reminded, right? You were reminded before. You were reminded. You were reminded. Nay, but you are people that transgressing people. The people that transgresses, right? People that transgress. Okay. The translation would be rather you are transgressing people. Kaum musrifun, because this musrifun is actually fine activism, right? You
No.
are the people that transgresses, or you are the transgressing people. Okay.
No. No.
So what does it say in terms of translation? They said your omen is with yourself. Is it because you were reminded? Rather, you are a transgressing people. Okay, is it because you were reminded that they said, because you were reminded that they said that the bad omen are with the prophets, because they do not like to be reminded. Okay, so the question, the thing is that they said, the prophet said, your bad omen is with yourselves. Is it that because you were reminded, because you said that? Nay, but you are in fact antum kaumun musrifun, transgressing people.
Oh, so here the qalu they say is the prophet. Is the prophet who say?
Yes. Qalu, this one the prophet said.
It's very difficult to follow, unless you know the tafsir, because in the first one qalu they say referring to the disbelievers, but the qalu ta'irukum they say the bad omen is with you. Then that means the prophet. Is there any indication in the language to know? So this is like a dialogue, is that? So
yes, dialogue.
It follows the context. Otherwise, from the language, do we know whether the qalu is by who?
Who said it to whom? But you need to know the background of the story.
So this is like the prophet replying to them,
lying.
This is like the prophet replying
Reply to them.
So they say, even though it doesn't say the prophet say, but we should know from the ayah, is it?
Yes, from the context. And because you need to know the good and the bad, you need to know.
So they say that the omen is on them, or on you. They say that the omen is on you. Ta'irukum ma'akum. What about ma'akum?
With you.
Or the
your omen is with you.
So the kum double kum.
Because initially the disbelievers said that they see a bad omen with the prophets. So the prophets replied, okay, they said that your bad omen is with you. Okay, is it because that you were reminded? You were reminded is actually bil madi majhul yukirtum. You were reminded. This is you were reminded. Okay. Is it because you were reminded? Nay, but or nay, you are or you were antum you are, because this is actually jumlah ismiyah. So nay antum, so you have to have a here. So the subject and predicate. So you are a transgressing people, or the people who transgresses. Musrifun. Isim fa'il. Isim fa'il normally you translate with a jaran, with ing. Okay, if in English they translate with ing. So you are just people. Yes, Brother Swala, sorry.
No, Musa, please, I want to comment on the word ma'akum.
Okay.
The ma'akum here, I believe it's plural. It's talking to more than 2 people.
Pardon?
The ma'akum. I said the ma'akum, qalu ta'irukum ma'akum, is referring to more than 2 people. But in English, because we can refer to one person as you. We can refer to 3 or 4 people as you. So I wanted to make a comment on the ma'akum. The ma'akum here is referring to it's jamu. It's not muthanna. It's not what do you call it? It's not
Mudhakar.
what is it? Yes, it's not mudhakkar. It's not muthanna, but it's jamu.
Okay, meaning that
if it was one person, it would say ma'ake.
Yeah, correct. So it's ma'akum means a number of people. A number of people.
Yes.
So because there are 2 prophets, and in this case, there are also many disbelievers talking to the prophets, right? Right?
How do we know it's plural?
Kum is plural. Kum is you plural. You in the plural. If it's singular, it's ma'aka.
Oh, like the mursalun we know is plural because of the wow.
Yes.
But
yes.
kum memang is adjective. Adjective for you plural.
It's dome. It's pronoun.
Pronouns, yeah.
Now, kum is you plural form. If you singular form is ka or ki.
Okay.
Okay.
And if it is double or dual, we say ma'akuma.
Yes, correct. Okay.
Double apa Ustaz?
If 2 persons, kuma. Yeah.
Kuma.
Ka kumakum or ki kumakum. Ki kumakuna actually. But kum will be referring to also male and female. This case refers to the disbelievers. Probably they are males here. Okay.
Is that the same ta'irukum also? The kum there?
Yes, same.
Okay.
Yes. All the kum here are all domain, all pronouns, meaning you in plural. Okay. Mannakum. So kum when is attached to the verb, automatically it becomes the object. Okay, becomes the object of the verb, the victim of the verb. Right? Okay, let's continue. Waja'a min aqsal madinatin rajulu yas'a. Okay, qala, then he said it could be a different another sentence. So waja'a and came. Who came? Yeah? Who came? If you look at the words, min aqsal madinati rajulun yas'a. So rajulun is in rafa. Okay, after the verb ja'a, the first isim in rafa is rajulun. Okay, so this rajulun is the doer of ja'a, is the subject. And one man came, so this one man came from the furthest part of the town, Aqsal Madinati. It's in Mudhaf Valley. Aqsal means the furthest. The furthest corner of the town. Okay, this man came from the furthest corner of the town. Yas'a hurriedly. Okay, Yas'a hurriedly. I came from hurriedly. Qala, he said, Ya qawmi, my qawm, my people. Ittabi'u fil amr. Ittabi'u. You follow. You follow al-Mursalin, the prophets, the prophets. Okay, you should follow the prophets.
Ittabi'un, is it fi'il amr?
Fi'il amr. Ittabi'un. Fi'il amr.
So he's addressing his kaum.
His kaum, the people.
Follow the prophets. Yeah, he's asking follow the prophets.
Yes. He's saying to them, follow the prophets. So
Okay.
it actually shows the effort that should be made by someone, even from the furthest part of town, to also do da'wah.
Oh.
Okay?
So yas'a, here in this case, hurriedly, but of course in the tafsir, it would mean more than that lah. Yeah, in seriousness, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this
Yes,
rajul
running. Yes,
running, yeah.
Mm.
So
So-
rajulun refer to one guy, one man.
guy. Mm.
But young, does it also refer young? Rajulun?
Young? No, doesn't mean young or old.
It's
Just
just-
one guy, one person, one man.
Okay.
Yas'a
Rajul.
mean running. Yas'a mean running hurriedly. Okay, yes.
Also, so doesn't mean young, is that Rijal?
Rijal dan Asanu just mean one man, a man.
Okay.
A normal man or normal, okay? Right? So this man comes from the furthest part of town. Okay? Running, telling to his people, all my people, follow the prophet. Right?
Mm.
Okay? Right.
Ittabi'u man la.
You want to continue, Doctor? Ittabi'u, still
I
ittabi'u,
want to continue.
please follow.
Follow.
Now,
Man
Doctor,
la yas'alukum.
Dr.
Man la
continue.
yas'alukum ajran wa hum muhtadun.
Now,
Okay, you follow. Okay, ittabi'u. You all follow.
it's فين الأمر اتبعوا.
Ulama, yes.
من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون. من is a حرف الجر or preposition.
No. Man is this case is man will be is a mouthful here. Man is a who.
Okay.
Follow who.
Yes. اسم الموصول. نعم.
Who la yas'alukum. La yas'alu. Here yas'alu did la yas'alu not ask or did who do not ask you. Yas'alu ask soal. Yas'alu he asked you. La yas'alu did not ask you. So follow you, please. You all follow he who or who do not ask you. Ajran. Ajran means
Reward.
some
Reward.
payment. Okay.
Okay.
Ajran.
Ajran. Upah atau balasan. Some
Who do not ask you for reward.
reward.
Reward?
Some gain. Okay.
Ajar. Macam it's also pahala is also ajar, Ustaz.
Ajran, yes.
Yeah.
Reward. In this case, payment.
Ajran wahum.
Wahum muhtadun.
Ajran.
And
Wahum.
they are muhtadun. Muhtadun. This actually is a maf'ul. Muhtadun. Hidayah. So muhtadun. They are the one who are being guided. Those being guided.
Muhtadun. Oh, comes from the word hidayah.
Is hadal. Hadal, ta is an addition. So hadal actually there's a ya there, but because of it's a plural, ya hadal. So the root word is hadal ya. But ya is hadal, ta is additional to make it isim fa'il muhtadun. Okay.
So it's in the same form as mursalun. Yeah.
Yes.
Muhtadun.
Muhtalun, muhtadun.
The people who are guided.
Guided.
Who are being
who are
guided, yeah?
Yeah. People who are guided, right? So that it follow him or follow who. He do not ask you. He does not ask you any payment, and so yes alukum. Yes alukum adran wahum, and they were the rightly guided, or they are rightly guided. Wahum muhtadun. Right? Okay, continue. Wa ma liyala a'budu alladhi fatarani wa ilahi turja'un. Wa ma. Brother Solan can continue. Wa ma. And
Wamalia, and why don't I worship? Wamalia la a'budu alladhi. Why don't I worship alladhi fatarani? The one, he who created me.
Created me.
Wa ilayhi turja'un. And to him is your return.
Turja'un, for your return, you will be returned. Okay, you will be returned. Okay. Fi'l mudhari' majhul, turja'un, you will be returned. Okay. Wa ma liya la a'budu alladhi wa ma, and what for me that I do not worship he who created me. Alladhi means that, or in this case, if a person say who. Okay, alladhi can be as that or those. If alladhina is those, alladhi is that, or in this case can translate as who. Okay, who created me, and to him you will be returned. Okay, to him you will.
Fatarani, from the word?
Fatir, Fatarani, Fatir, creator, Fatir. Your iftitah, wajjahtu wajhiya walladhi fatarani, right? The one who created the heaven and earth.
Oh, created, yeah. Fatarani wa ilayhi turja'un.
Fatara is he created, ni means I. Okay, so ni is the object of fatara. Fatara, he created. It's a fi'l madi for huwa, right? Fatara. Okay.
Oh, fi'l madi.
Fi'l madi. Okay, right? Right.
Lin ada.
Pardon?
Lin is here.
Lin is here? No. It's Haslinda. Haslinda is no. Puan couldn't come. Haslinda is from group 52 kan Haslinda. Haslinda? Are you